Hi, and welcome to Keysight Cyber Week, the very last day, December 2nd. It's a Friday, and we are streaming live from Keysight Oscilloscope headquarters in Colorado Springs. I'm Daniel Bogdanoff. We are so excited and really actually pretty sad that Cyber Week is over, but we're excited that we've been able to give away a bunch of scopes. We have a brand new S-Series scope to give away today. It's the biggest scope we have ever given away. A quick word about the website going down. We think it was so popular, you guys just crashed the website. So thank you for your support. We have a backup website up now. You can check out the link on your screen. If you go to that link, it's going to pull you to a form that should look something like this. And if you look at my computer screen here, you can see it's on Facebook. You do not have to be logged into Facebook to enter. And it's going to look just like that form we had. So you still have a chance to enter. We delayed the stream about 15 minutes to let you guys have a little more time to get in and get your entry in for the day. Remember, you are allowed one entry per 24-hour period, resetting at midnight. So that form was down for a few hours this morning. You can get back in, get your entry in now. We're going to take a little time on the video today and give you a chance to get in and do that. The link is also in the description of this video. So like I said, for the giveaway, today we're giving away an MSOS 404A, a 4 GHz Infinium S-Series oscilloscope. These are crazy, crazy awesome scopes, and it is absolutely far and away the biggest scope we've ever given away. It's worth around $42,000 list price. So we're going to give that away at the end of the video today. We'll do the drawing live on Facebook. Also, as part of Cyber Week, we've had a daily deal, and if you've been with us, you know that we've had a couple repeats on those daily deals. Today is a brand new deal. If you go to the original Keysight Cyber Week link, you'll get to that page that we've seen before. And you'll get to a page like this. It's keysight.com/find/cyberweek, or you can just Google Keysight Cyber Week. You can click here to get a coupon, and you'll get 100% off a select product, and I'll reveal that product in a minute. I'm also not going to show the coupon yet on the stream because it's only valid, it's only going to be released for today. Once you have that coupon, there's a form here that you can go into and redeem that coupon. So to be eligible to fill out that coupon, you have to, you go in, you save it, you write it down somewhere, you email it to yourself so you'll remember it, and you have to buy a scope between today and January 31st. Once you have a PO number for that scope, you can go into that form that we showed you on the bottom, fill out the form and show to us, yes, I actually bought a scope, and we'll do some checking on the back end. Yeah, you did buy a scope. And you will be eligible for that coupon, but you have to act quick because it's only valid for the first 50 valid redemption form completions. So today's special deal is we are giving away transit cases and soft carry cases with all the scopes. So for the 6,000, or for any of the Infinivision scopes, we gave away a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 6. For any of those, it comes with a free soft carrying case. These are actually really nice, sturdy. We use them all the time when we travel around the country. If you don't travel around the country, you could, stick your kid in there and take baby pictures, something like that. These are pretty nice. We're also giving away, if you buy an S-Series scope, this behemoth of a transit case. It comes free with the scope if you're one of the first 50 people. These, we ship scopes around the country, and those are super bomber. So we're giving those away if you're one of the first 50 people. Remember, you have to buy an Infinivision scope or an Infinium scope and be one of the first 50 people to redeem that code. On top of that, I should also mention that we have a couple promotions ongoing between now and I think also January 31st. And if you, we have two promotions. One for the Infinium scopes, and it's called the Buy the Best, Get Rewarded program. If you buy an Infinium scope between, I don't remember when it started, but it ends, I believe, January 31st. Someone in the room can correct me if I'm wrong. You will get a free DSO 3000T scope with that Infinium purchase for free. It just shows up with the scope. So you get one of these for free with every Infinium scope. There's a coupon code. You can Google Buy the Best, Get Rewarded Keysight. You'll find that promo code. For the Infinivision scopes, we are giving away an MSO for free with every scope. So if you buy a DSO, technically you get an MSO at the DSO price. So that is a promo we have going on until January 31st also. So theoretically, you could buy an Infinivision scope, redeem a coupon code, and get the MSO upgrade and one of these awesome Cyber Week deals that we've had running. Every day, I've talked about part of the scope that one of the things I love about the scope that we're giving away for that day. Today we're giving away the MSO S404A, and I'm going to bring out, instead of me talking about what I love about this scope, I'm going to bring out Melissa, who is an expert on this product, and you may have seen her on our Keysight channel previously. So welcome on board, Melissa.
Thanks, Dan. I'm so excited for today's giveaway because the S-Series is one of my absolute favorite oscilloscopes. And today I'm going to show some cool tools, some cool measurements that you can make with the S-Series oscilloscope, particularly measurements that you would make if you're trying to characterize your transmitter. So let's go ahead and look at the scope here. So what you can see on screen is I've got this pulse happening every 4 microseconds, and it's 1 microsecond wide. It's a pulse width modulated signal centered at 3 gigahertz, and it's got a frequency span of 1 gigahertz. So let's go ahead and put up an FFT to make sure that's exactly what I have, to check if our transmitter is what we expect. So there we have our FFT centered at 3 gigahertz. Now let's look at some measurements that will help us understand our FFT a little bit better. So I'm going to go to Measure, Add Measurement. I'm going to scroll over here and choose Spectral. And you can see we have a ton of FFT measurements that you can apply. It's a really powerful tool here. But I'm going to go ahead and just apply 3. I'm going to start with channel power. And like I said, I'm expecting my signal to be centered at 3 gigahertz. So I'm going to set that. And the span I want to look at is 1 gigahertz. So what channel power will tell me is how much power we have in this bandwidth that I've just specified. So I'm going to hit Apply. I'm also going to add FFT power spectral density. This is going to show me a similar measurement to channel power, and I'll get into that in a little bit. So again, center frequency 3 gigahertz, measurement bandwidth 1 gigahertz. That all looks good, so I'm going to apply. And the last measurement I'm going to show here is the FFT occupied bandwidth. This will show me the amount of power that I specify, where that is on the frequency spectrum. So I want to find out where 99% of my power is. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that one as well. So let's go to occupied bandwidth and let's track with markers. So we can see here that 99% of the power is within these markers here, and that's what I expected. So occupied bandwidth, I said I was transmitting a frequency span of 1 gigahertz. What we're measuring is about 950 megahertz, so that's close to the 1 gigahertz that we expected. Again, I'm only looking at where 99% of the power is, so it might not be exact to that 1 gigahertz that I expect. So power spectral density, I was going to talk about that a little bit more. So channel power, that tells me the amount of power in the bandwidth that I specified. This is doing the same thing. Power spectral density is doing the same thing, but it's now normalized to hertz. So what that means is if you look at a 1 hertz slice within this bandwidth that I've specified, that's how much power is in that 1 hertz slice. So an analogy is you drove 60 miles and you used 3 gallons, but you want to know how many gallons per mile you used. That's similar here. So you're looking at power per hertz. It looks like we have about negative 87.95 dBm per hertz here. So that is a really cool way to measure your transmitter and make sure the signal that you're transmitting is what you expect and within specification. Now another thing we could do to check if your signal is within specification and also to find out if you have any out of bounds signals is you can apply a mass test to this FFT. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to go to Analyze, select mask test. I'm going to enable, and I want to do the mask test on my FFT, so I'm choosing function 1 here. And I'm going to create an auto mask. So the oscilloscope is creating a mask for us based on the sensitivity that we set here. And I'm okay with the default settings, so I'm going to create the mask. And you can see here that we have a mask created, and that's this gray area here. And you can see we have a couple violations happening. That's where the FFT is turning red as it goes into the mask. So if I want to know a little bit more about those violations, say I have a specification that I really need to make sure I'm adhering to, I would want to know more about those failures. So what I'm going to do is create a table of violations, and I'm going to stop on a failure. So let me run this real quick. And you can see that we've stopped on a failure. And now we have this table of all the violations that happened, and it'll tell you exactly what frequency those violations occurred at. It'll tell you the amplitude of those violations. And then another really cool feature is that it tells you the delta between the threshold of the mask and how high the violation went beyond the mask. So you can tell how badly you're violating specifications. So as you can see, this is a really great tool for measuring your transmitters, and S-Series oscilloscopes makes an incredible RF wideband receiver.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Melissa. We had a couple questions. Someone was asking for a teardown in the chat, and I know you did a little bit with an ACK board, and you poked around at some of the ASICs that we use in that scope, specifically speaking to the signal integrity of the scope, which is phenomenally low noise, phenomenally great signal integrity. The signal path also did a great teardown. I think someone mentioned that in chat as well. So you can go check out the signal path review. I don't know if we've gotten one to Dave yet. You should ping him and have a mask us for one. So let's give this scope away. Thanks, Melissa. You can hop out. We're going to go ahead and give away this scope right now. Hopefully you all had enough time to go in and get your entries in. Someone also mentioned someone was maybe buying entries. We've checked. It doesn't look like it really doesn't look like anyone has gone in and tried to buy entries. And we also vet each winner to make sure there's no signs of them gaining unfair advantage. So let's go ahead and draw today's winner. We're going to draw one winner. I'm going to refresh my page here so all of you who entered, you have until right now to get your entry in. And I am going to pick a winner here in just 1 second. All right, so today's winner of the biggest scope that we have ever given away is Eugenio Penate. Congratulations, Eugenio. We'll be in contact with you. Thank you all for tuning in for Cyber Week. Part of the reason we do these scope giveaways is because of how awesome you guys are in supporting Keysight and Keysight Oscilloscope. So this is part of our way of saying thank you. I would also encourage you to subscribe to the Keysight Oscilloscope's YouTube channel. I have a video series on there called The 2-Minute Guru that covers some scope basics. Melissa has also had a series going where she's talking more about the S-Series scopes. Last week we released one. She looked at real-time eye analysis, and I don't remember off the top of my head what else, but you should go check those out. Maybe I'll put some suspense in there. You can go see what Melissa talked about on that scope. So subscribe to the Keysight Oscilloscope's YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter at Keysight_Daniel. And I will see you at some point soon. If you want to, let's do some live Q&A. A couple questions that maybe came in. One of them, does the S-Series have a signal generator output? No, it does not. So that's something we have on the InfiniVision scopes. We have one of them on the 2000 and 3000, and we have two of them on the 4000 and 6000. We generally expect people who are buying and using an S-Series scope to have a standalone function generator for use with whatever they are doing.
It does have a 10 megahertz reference out, though.
It does have a 10 megahertz reference out that you can use if that's so you can sync it with other pieces of equipment. And if you really wanted to, you could use that on your equipment as like a sample clock or something like that. Real quick, check if the winner is not eligible, then we will draw a new winner and contact them, and we will update the winner's page at some point in the future with the names of the winner. We're not going to do a redrawing video. We're going to redraw on the back end and let the winner know. Another one. Double question, what happens if winner's not eligible? Let me peek at the chat here. We don't accept organs in exchange for scopes. So just for the record, that's not an option. And I think that is about all we are going to, all those questions, there are more there. We're not going to answer them all for obvious reasons if you're looking at the chat. So thank you for tuning in. Keysight Cyber Week has been a blast. Thank you for your support. I'm Daniel Bogdanoff, and on behalf of the entire Keysight Oscilloscopes team, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you later.